So you want to learn how to create this dark OPIUM grunge effect inside of After Effects. It has been going absolutely crazy recently. I see it on everyone's videos and it's actually not too hard to make. There's only 2 main effects and then we'll add some other effects on just to spice it up a little bit more. But either way, I'll break it down step by step. So stick around, but let's get right into it. Yo, wait, real quick, I just want to say that I'm Lurking Visuals and I run the Stay Creative store where we got all of the presets, assets, overlays, you know, all of that good stuff that you need to elevate your music video visuals. And these presets are not just to spice up your videos, they also help you save countless of hours while editing, and that way you can make more money. So if that's something you're interested in, check out the first link in the description, but let's get right into it. So I got this scene right here from this Cardi music video. When you're using this effect, try to have like a really bright subject. Like right here we got the chain, but my clip is really short, it's not even a second. So just to make it a little bit longer, I'll add on a Twixtor effect. And this is just to make my clip longer. If you already have a longer clip, you don't need to do this. So I'll just create a slow-mo right here for like 50%, just so I can get it to over 1 second right here. Now that's enough. So now that we got this slow-mo in place, it looks good. I'll create an adjustment layer right there and I'll add on a Sapphire hotspot effect. And if you haven't figured it out yet, it's from Sapphire. And right off the jump, it looks like this, which is way too much. So drag down the threshold to 0 and keyframe it right here from the first frame. Make sure that you're here on the first frame and keyframe the threshold and go like all the way to the end and just drag up the threshold. I'll go for something like this, so only the chain is visible basically. So it will build up throughout the scene into something like that. And I'll press U on my keyboard so I can see my keyframes and easy ease them. And you can also mess with the graph editor if you want it to come like pretty late. You can just drag out the graph like this, so it just builds up pretty slow, which will give you a pretty cool look. And if you want to have a tint effect as well, you can add that on. So with this tint effect, I'll also keyframe that one. So here at the end, it will be at 100%, but here right around the middle, I'll keep it at 0 so it can build up as well. Now we'll get some cool looks. And then I'll add on a blur and I'll go for a directional blur, just like, and I'll just go with the built-in one in After Effects. And let's keep the direction at 0 so it can be a vertical blur. And then for the ending right here, I can drag it up to like 80, keyframe it, and then somewhere around here drag it down to 0, and then I can create a graph that looks something like this. So it just gets blurry around the end right there. Now that's some sick looks. You can push it out even more to the end if you feel like it. So I have something sick going on right there, maybe a little bit too much, so I'll just drag down the blur a little bit to something like that. So 40 will do, and that's good. That's the look that I was going for, maybe a little bit earlier like this. And you also have a blur built in the hotspot effect if you want just a normal blur, not like a vertical one or something like that. You could also use that one like towards the end, so keyframe around 0 right here, and then here at the end drag it up to like 100, so we get some sick blur. But I'm not going for that one, so I'll just keep it at 0. And now to spice it up even more, I'll add on the NTSC Effect. And this is a plugin, but it's a free one, completely free. So I'll leave it linked in the description. If I forget, make sure to remind me in the comments. But this is basically a crazy... GG's, I crashed. If y'all don't know, I'm recording like 4 tutorials back to back. So it's a little bit frustrating when shit like this happens, but it's whatever. All right, we're back and I got the NTSC plugin right here. Right off the jump, you can change the use field to lower only, and then I'll scroll down to composite noise and just completely turn it off because it's just an extra layer of noise. I don't like it. And for the snow, if you turn it up, you get these white parts as you can see all over the screen. I don't like that one either, so just stick to what we got. The first thing that I'll turn up is the tracking noise, and I'll turn up the height to 120. So you can get this VHS look down here. Maybe turn it down a little bit more, maybe turn it down a little bit to something like this. Pretty much depends on your scene, on your clip, whatever you got. And for the wave intensity, I'll go up to like 30 so we can get this wavy look down here. Looks really good, and maybe just drag it down a little bit more. And if you want more snow down here, just turn up the snow intensity just like that, so we get that VHS look, that raw feeling, you know. And the chroma noise will basically just mess with the colors. As you can see, I'll turn that one off completely because it's a black and white clip, so we don't need any colors. And I'll actually put the directional blur on top of the NTSC so we can affect everything just like that. That's sick. And for the VHS emulation, go ahead and mess with that one. It's also a pretty important one. And that's pretty much it. We don't need to do much else. Most of these other things are just like things that aren't too noticeable. As you can see, the ringing down here, it just makes a tiny difference, not too much. So I'll keep it as it is right now. And final effect I'll add on is an add grain, just so we can have a little bit more of that grainy look, and change the viewing mode to final output. And we can also keyframe the add grain so it comes in like when it gets dark right here. So keyframe the intensity from 0 to 1, just like this. And that's a sick effect. I'm a huge fan of this one. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of this, make sure to follow my IG. I drop a lot of stuff over there as well. And also check out the Stay Creative store. I'll have a link in the description. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.